What's up, traders? A little bit of a later video. Maybe you guys can watch it over the weekend. As you can see, I had a couple of trades here on SKYS. Ended out up on top as far as realized gains using 200 share blocks. However, the commissions kind of ate me up today, so I actually finished minus $11 on the day. But it is what it is. Trade could have been better, and there's a little bit of a twist at the end. As you can see, my last cover was all the way over here, almost at 6 o'clock, which is the time that I can't trade anymore. So I'll get to that in the video, and stay tuned. Hey traders, so real quick, I just wanted to go over one of the trades I'm a little upset I did not get. So CBAY, C-B-A-Y, zoom in a little bit here. So right out of the gates, she was dropping down, and then bam, spikes up, doesn't come right back down. There's a little bit of a dip and rip, and sorry I'm out of breath. Just did my good night routine with my oldest, and it's pretty fun. But anyways, she dips and rips, comes back up, comes down, comes back up, starts forming descending triangle. Now, if you get in somewhere in here, this one would have been a little bit tough, simply because, look at these tails. Let's look at the 1 minute, see if she tells a different story. Yeah, on the 1 minute, it's a little bit easier. Now, on a descending triangle, your risk, because I can see some people saying, well, look at what happened. But if you really believe in the setup, she comes up, she tops out. This would have been a great pop and drop. High of this candle, 1085, low of this candle, 1047. So somewhere in there you could have got 20-30 cents. But anyway, she comes up, comes down, comes back up, starts forming a descending triangle. You could say she got tight here, so your entry would be somewhere in the middle of this candle. So we'll say right in the middle. So we'll say 1056. So 1056 is your entry. You should be risking off the top of the triangle. The top of the triangle, 1070. So you got a 14-cent risk. She comes down, she flushes out. If you don't get out here, say low is 1040, so it's maximum 16 cents. Say you get 10 cents there, looks like she gave you plenty of opportunity to get 10 cents. Comes across, jumps back up. VWAP's here, your risk is at 70 up here. She doesn't even go over VWAP, so hopefully this doesn't shake you out. And then, just look at what she does. She comes right back down and then just flushes right out. Rubber bands right back up, comes back down. I'm probably out on this candle right here. She goes under 10. I'm probably getting out right under 10. It was an engulfing type candle, unless it ended as it was coming down and rubber banded right back up on this candle. Like this candle might have ended as it hit the low and then went right over to here as it shot back up, so you don't get the wick there. You just get candle into candle. But I'm probably getting out right here. And what was our original entry? 56. Down under 10, so you're talking over 50 cents. This was one that I was a little sad that I missed. I kind of saw it happening in real time, but I was messing with SKYS. So over to SKYS real quick. We'll zoom in here. This was just your standard pop and drop. I didn't really hit the top here. I pulled the chart up as it was right here, because like I said, I was watching some other stuff. Comes up, starts coming back down, she kind of pops back up. I'll edit in the entry on this one. Pops back up, she kind of actually played around, comes back up, get this drop. I actually get out after commissions break even on this one because she felt like she was bottoming here. And then of course she flushed a little bit more. Is what it is. I kind of read it right. She was getting bought up here as well. And as you can see, she ran back up. Thought about getting in up here as well, but I was messing with the kids and just didn't want to bother. But as you can see later in the day, I decided to take another stab. She made another run up, went high a day. Pretty much she was struggling. As you can see, she triple topped. She came back through, and then she finally went through high a day. It wasn't on a lot of volume, which is what I was looking at. Now, if this volume bar was bigger than this volume bar over here, she had the most volume all day going up through into high a day. I'm probably not going to mess with this at all. But as you can see, she rejects right away. This is probably where I should have got in. Up here, she consolidated, looking for this breakdown. But once she broke down, you know, I'm thinking in my head, okay, she's gonna just start going through VWAP. Now, on this candle, you can see this candle actually looked almost identical, even actually smaller. Literally, as I hit the button, she jumped up a little bit on me. So at this point, you know, I'm just kind of hoping it's a little bit of a pullback, and then these two candles happen, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to continue down through VWAP. Instead, starts going the other way. She comes back up. I felt the top here on this little squeeze because volume was coming in, and sure enough, I hit the top here, and I covered these shares up here. My entry on this was 149. Took those off at 144 just to reduce my size again. Obviously wish I would have held those. I did get them pretty much at the bottom of the candle. Kind of felt like she was basing, but then out of nowhere you get the sell off. Now this actually was a halt. This hit VWAP and halted. I mean, I was actually a little surprised. Didn't think the move was big enough. But coming out of the halt, we actually didn't get exactly what I was looking for. And I didn't take it here just because it was only the 200 shares. I was kind of looking for, you know, the whole reason I even got in over here was for the end of day fade. I just felt like she was done. She didn't have the volume that she needed to really push through and keep running. She just, you know, she struggled 3 times, finally pushed through, not with a lot of volume. You know, I just felt like her day was over. But obviously somebody didn't want the day to be over coming out of this halt. They bought it right back up, but she never really ran again. My stop on these 200 shares, I'm pretty sure I kept it pretty much, it was actually up at the top of this candle. I had it at 146 for a little while. But then this happened right here, 137, so I actually put it at 138, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 138. And it turns out that you'll see I look like a complete noob here because I covered my shares up top and then got short again down here. And the reasoning behind this was because my original entry over here was looking for the end of day fade, and I found out right about on the end of this candle, the second red candle, that this was a chat room. And it's very frustrating because if I would have known this was a chat room even on in this candle, I probably add to my position instead of getting stopped out, but I didn't know. Found out a little late, and sure enough, when she came off, I was like, okay, this is the chat room pump, and here's the dump, and now she's probably gonna just continue. Well, I got back in, and sure enough, she didn't until the end of the day. Now, for the reason my cover on these 200 shares isn't until over here, right around here, 3 o'clock, I had to leave. So what I did is right here on the high here, 144, I actually set a stop for 145 on these 200 shares, and I had to leave. Well, I've accessed my platform from my phone before, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do so while I was at dinner. So as you can see over here, she actually spiked up to 139, and then from there she dumped off the rest of the day. So that'll teach me to not put a stop in both directions when I have to leave the house, because I would have put it down. I think to actually go green on the day after commissions, I needed 108. So I probably would have just put 105 and just left it, because I really thought this was going to go under $1 at the end of the day, but she almost got there. but 105 would have got hit, obviously, and that's that. But I ended up coming home somewhere in here, and she didn't really move since then. You know, I'm watching the price on my phone, but I couldn't actually do anything about it. But that's that. Got out at 118, and that put me at $28 realized on the day and $39.60 commissions. So down $11 on the day, $12, whatever you call it. And with that, guys, I hope you stayed green. Have a good 3-day weekend. Remember, we're closed on Monday, and I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. See you.